What if the peace you seek with time has been waiting for you, not in fighting change, but in a few quiet truths whispered by the ages? That feeling of catching your reflection and wondering where the years went, it's a whisper shared by almost every soul. The world spins, the body speaks a new language, and familiar paths sometimes grow quiet. We often meet this journey with a clenched heart, as if it were a loss. But what if our struggle isn't with time's passage, but with our own resistance to its flow? A core teaching in Eastern wisdom is that of impermanence, anicca. It tells us that all things, from a mountain to a moment, are in a state of change. Suffering, it is taught, arises not from the change itself, but from our fierce attachment to how things were, from our desire to make the river stop flowing. So what if we listened to the river instead? Today, I want to share 5 perspectives drawn from ancient wisdom that can completely transform your relationship with growing older. These are not consolations, but profound keys. They are liberating, even beautiful. When understood, they allow you to experience the later chapters not as a narrowing, but as a deepening, a richer, more textured unfolding of life itself. Stay with me, because what we explored today might just change how you greet every tomorrow. First, your legacy will be felt, not carved in stone. One of the most humbling realizations is that our name, our specific story, will fade from common memory faster than we imagine. The career we built, the home we tended, these details soften and blend into the past. At first, this can feel like a chilling erasure. We pour our lives into making a mark, believing our presence will be a permanent fixture. Yet, this wisdom offers a different compass. It gently points to the doctrine of anatta, or non-self. The idea of a fixed, permanent I is considered an illusion. We are more like a note in a symphony, distinct and essential while it plays, then returning to the silence that holds all music. Our striving then shifts from building a monument to being fully present in each act. There's a story of an old gardener who tended a public park for decades. His hands shaped every path, his care was in every blossom. One day, a young visitor asked, "Doesn't it sadden you that visitors enjoy this beauty but don't know your name?" The gardener smiled, pointing to a mighty oak. "That tree provides shade for 100 years. Do the children playing beneath the oak know who planted the acorn? No. But does the shade feel any less cool? We are not remembered by name, but by the quality of the shadow we cast. The kindness you offer, the wisdom you share, the peace you embody, these do not vanish. They live on not in history books, but in the subtle shaping of the world around you. The warmth of a grandparent's patience, the steady counsel of a friend, the unseen generosity, these become threads in life's vast tapestry. So release the need for your name to echo. Instead, pour your heart into living well now. Be kind, be present. Let your actions be gentle ripples in the pond of existence. That is an enduring legacy. Second, your body is a faithful companion, not a traitor. There comes a morning when a once simple movement asks for more attention. The knees speak a language of caution, the back requests a different posture. It's easy to perceive this as betrayal, as if the body has turned against you. But wisdom sees only nature's gentle and inevitable work. A tree does not betray itself when its leaves turn gold and fall. It prepares for a new season. The conflict is not in the change, but in our tight attachment to a past version of ourselves. We cling to a faded photograph and mourn the living person before us. Peace is found not in commanding the uncontrollable, but in adapting with grace and gratitude. Consider this: your body is your oldest and most faithful companion. It has carried you through every triumph and heartache since your first breath. It has healed, adapted, and whispered its needs. Instead of resenting its evolving language, why not listen with gratitude? Caring for it now is not about chasing a ghost of youth, but about honoring the loyal friend who has brought you this far.
Move it with respect, nourish it, allow it rest. Treat it not as a failing machine, but as a wise elder deserving of patience. There is a parable about an old clay bowl, cracked and worn from long use. A student, seeing its imperfection, suggested replacing it. The teacher picked it up, filled it with water, and placed a single flower in it. "See," the teacher said, "its purpose has not ended. It has transformed. It holds beauty differently now." Your body is that bowl. It may not run as fast, but it can walk with more awareness. Its strength may change form, but its capacity to hold love and offer a steady hand only deepens. Befriend it. Thank it. Walk forward together with grace. Third, relationships flow like a river. Let them. As seasons pass, you may notice the landscape of your relationships shifting. Friends, once inseparable, now connect through memory. Family rhythms change. Some people drift from your daily story without a dramatic farewell. The instinct is to take it personally, to scour the past for a fault. But wisdom observes that all phenomena are impermanent, and human connections are no exception. People arrive in our lives when needed for a shared lesson, a period of growth, or simple companionship. When that chapter concludes, their path naturally bends away. This is not a failure of love, but a testament to life's constant motion. A teacher once took a student to a stream. He said, "Watch the water. Some leaves float together for a long stretch, others part quickly. None can stay forever." Do we blame the current for carrying them on, or do we appreciate the journey they shared? The student understood. To love is not to possess, but to appreciate the gift of walking alongside another for any part of the path. The love and joy someone brought to you are not revoked when they are no longer physically near. That love becomes part of your inner landscape, shaping who you are. Instead of mourning every change, cherish the connections that remain steadfast. Pour your energy into those who bring you peace and mutual growth, and keep your heart open. New souls, new friendships can arrive at any station in life's journey. Honor what was, appreciate what is, and remain open to what will be. Fourth, your face is a map of experience, not a faded portrait. Society often sells us a narrative that aging is an aesthetic decline to be battled. We are told to erase lines, to paint over the silver, to chase the face of decades past. But what if we saw this evolution not as fading, but as a deepening? True beauty in this tradition is rooted in wisdom, compassion, and presence, qualities that time can only enhance. Your lines are not flaws, they are the topography of a life fully felt. Your silver hair is not a surrender, it is a crown of insight earned. There is a dignity in a face that has witnessed sunrises and storms, that has learned to soften with understanding. Think of the elders you most admire. Is it the smoothness of their skin you remember, or the kindness in their eyes, the calm in their voice, the weight of their attentive silence? Imagine if we saw each wrinkle as a valley carved by laughter and concern, each strand of gray as a filament of hard-won knowledge. There is a radiance that belongs solely to those who have journeyed far, a confidence that comes from self-knowledge, a strength tempered by resilience, a gentleness born of forgiveness. This is a beauty no product can manufacture. It is the beauty of essence. So the next time you meet your reflection and feel a whisper of loss, pause. Look deeper. See the stories, the resilience, the love given and received. Wear your years not as an apology, but as a testament. For true beauty is not behind you in an old photo, it is within you, glowing in the present moment. Fifth, you will say more goodbyes, but love does not know farewell. With time, the experience of loss becomes more familiar. Parents, peers, beloved friends, the circle inevitably changes. Grief is not a problem to be solved, but a landscape to be traversed. Yet within this pain lies one of wisdom's most powerful consolations. Love itself is not mortal. Those who have passed on live within you, in your values, your memories, the subtle ways they shaped your heart. There is an old tale of a woman consumed by sorrow after a profound loss. She begged a sage for a way to end her pain. He asked her to bring him a seed from a home untouched by loss. She searched tirelessly, visiting every dwelling. In every one, she found a story of farewell. Exhausted, she returned not with a seed, but with a new understanding. She was not alone in her grief. Loss is woven into the very fabric of human existence. This shared truth did not erase her pain, but connected her to all of humanity within it. And in that connection, she found that her love for the one she had lost was now a part of her, a quiet, enduring presence. The people you have loved are not gone. You hear their wisdom in your thoughts. You feel their influence in your choices. A scent, a melody, a turn of a phrase can bring their essence near in an instant. Grief, in its raw honesty, is the mirror of love's depth. Do not seek to move on.